Grief is an injury. And so what I love about this cartoon is the transformation of the word ICU, intensive care unit, where people with physical visible injuries go when the injuries are life-threatening, to the ICU as is painted on the wall. And one of the key features of healing a grief injury is to be seen. We must allow ourselves to be handled with care the way we would with a life-threatening physical injury. We must allow ourselves to welcome support so that we can be seen, so that we can heal. Now, we do this day in and day out in healthcare. We do this day in and day out as individuals when we decide, do I need to seek medical attention or not for a physical, visible injury? We do that automatically. But for grief, we've never allowed ourselves that kind of nuance or that kind of permission to consider, what kind of grief injury have I sustained? And would I benefit from support? Is this a stubbed toe in visible grief injury? Or is this life-threatening and I need to be in the ICU? What is the way that I can support the healing of this injury that will allow this person to regain as much mobility as possible, as much agility, as flexibility, so that they can engage in life in the manner that's most important to them? So just like visible injuries, like a bone healing, we know there are different aspects that start to help the bone find itself and repair itself so it forms a resilient scar. It doesn't go back to the way it was. Life has been transformed and it doesn't go back. And that is grief. I want it to go back. It doesn't go back. So now we need to carve out a new life for us. So as a result, I wanted to offer a way to navigate this injury of grief. Because we're out in the world, there is no ICU for grief, right? I can't actually put myself or any of you into a protected space where care shows up and you get to simply rest and be taken care of. It doesn't yet exist. I'd love for it to, but it doesn't. So in the meantime, what can I offer? Sometimes we need to reopen wounds in order to let them breathe, to let the things out that are preventing it from actually healing. If you think about grief, and again, this is not exclusively to the loss of a human being relationship, any form of a grief injury, it is only in relationship to the amount of love we had. And I would say that we still have. You do not grieve what you do not love. I think, in fact, grief is the deepest form of love we can know. It is a reflection of the magnitude of love. And love is a phenomenal property in and of itself. Love has this capacity, unlike anything else that I've reflected on, that can expand to hold all that is needed. So eventually, the healing of a grief injury, this formation of a resilient scar, comes from love.